Hi, in this video today we're going to show you how to process a work order through the point of sale. So we'll go over to the menu, we'll click on point of sale, and below that we'll click on point of sale interface. You'll see the menus will come up at the top. So we're looking to go straight to the one that says work order. So we'll click on there where it says F2 for work order. It'll prompt you for your password. You can put in your password. And by default it's asking you for an account name. So here basically you're going to capture the customer's name for the work order, so that way is a better way to track things. So we're going to put the customer's name in. So let's say his name is Gary Smith. Press F2, the same like if you're creating a normal customer's account name. Press F2, you can hit enter, and you can populate the customer's address details, and of course maybe capture the telephone number so you will know how to get in touch with the customer if their order is ready, and the email address if needed as well. Okay, so we'll click on the save button there. So now the customer's account name is created. You'll notice it gives you an option. This is only optional, a due date. So if you know when the order would be ready for collection, you can set the due date, but as I said, this is optional. So in this demo we'll just say it's next week. Then the next thing underneath there where it shows you the stock code, what you do need to do is you should have a stock code created already on the system that should be set up as a service code. So I'm just going to go to the inventory. I'm going to show you under the Jewelry Master here. I've created a code and we've called it repairs. Note, very important, you can call it whichever you like, but very importantly is you must set the stock source of the code to service. There's no need to set any pricing or anything like that. So I've just created one up for this demo purposes. So I'll close that and let's go back to our work order, and we'll go and select that code. So we'll click it as repairs. You'll notice it'll come up with the description there, but you can edit it, and basically this is where you would put in the instructions that need to be done for the job. So in this case we're going to say, for example, fix class on ring, add new diamond 0.5 CT. So you can put in quite a long description if you like, if you need it to be quite explanatory. And the next step is, if you now want to do is, you can put in the price that you're going to charge for that job. So let's just say the amount is 500. Okay, and then the next thing is you might want to do is you might want to take a deposit for the work order. So we'll click on there where it says F8, and we'll select and we'll say the customer gave maybe 50% of the deposit, and you see it'll still show you that's the amount due for the job, and then we will click on here accept transactions. Note, what will happen is it will print out two copies. One is for the customer and one is for your workshop, to your records. So you'll see this will be the customer's one. It will show the customer's name details. If there was a mobile number, it would appear on there if you need that for your records. It will give it a unique work order number. It will also have a barcode, which can come on later on if you need to scan. If the customer returns, you can be able to scan the barcode, which I'll show you in the next part of the video. You'll see the due date will appear and your instructions for your repair job. It will also note what you charge the customer, and it will show also what is receipted there. So the customer will understand what's the balance owing when they're coming to pick up their item. The second copy, it will print out. We call this the workshop copy. Here you can see it will show you the customer's name details. Note, one of the key differences, there is no pricing displayed on there. In case you do send this out to external workshops that need to do the work on it, they will basically just see your instructions and not know what you're charging your customer. Hi, in the second part of the work order, we're now going to show you how your customer would return to your store after your item is now you've created for them is ready, and you're going to convert that work order into an invoice. So to do that, in the point of sale screen, we're going to go to the menu there where it says search. So we'll click on F6 and we'll click on F2 again. You'll see it shows you for the work order. You'll notice it'll come up with a search document. So on the work order document, you can then type in whichever the work order number is. So our last one was Gary Smith. Also, what can happen at that point, when you click on F6, I'm just going to return back to there again. If you click on F6, you can scan the barcode on the slip, if you've got the barcode scanner, and that will automatically open up the work order for you as well. So I'm just going to go back into the work order. Here we can see Gary Smith. Okay. It shows you the balance that is owing. If at some stage there was you needed to, if the price had to change on the order, if you had spoken to the customer, you can click on the edit button there and you can edit that amount if you wish to. Okay, and once you've done that, you can then click on receive payment. So in this case, we're just going to receipt the balance. So we'll click on receive payment. It shows you there the amount that it's outstanding in the blue. So we'll put in that amount. The customer pays the balance. We'll click on the save button. Notice it still says the due now is 0. It's the two payments that have been put through, the previous one and the existing one we just did. And we'll click on accept transaction. Okay, once that is done, it will print out you two new additional slips. One is the customers and one is the workshops as well. But the last step we need to now do is, okay, we need to convert this work order into an invoice. You'll see there's a button at the top there. It will say invoice. So you click on it. And at this point, we do not receive any payments because the payments have already been receipted. We're just going to click on accept transaction. And here you can see this is the work order that's now been converted into an invoice. It shows the amount to charge the customer, the amounts that have been tendered, and the balance obviously 0 to the customer.